Hey, what's up?
Hey, what are you doing? Did your plumber get there yet?
He's not. He's fucking late.
Oh my god.
I've been, well, they just called and, said that they were running late, so it's nice to hear your voice, though.
It's nice to hear yours too. I didn't think you would be like that deep. I thought it would be like, I don't know, a little bit lighter.
Really?
Yeah, you have like a way deep voice.
What's that?
You have like a way deep voice. Like, deep. Like,
Yeah, well, I don't know. Do you like it?
I do like it. I like it a lot.
A lot of people say that they like my voice.
Me too. You have a really nice voice.
Thank you.
I might just watch a movie or something. And
Yeah.
I'm eating pizza.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, I'm hungry. Since somebody won't bring me cheeseburgers.
I'd bring you pizza if I could.
Yeah. So do you think you still might be able to come?
But I think what?
Do you think you still might be able to come?
I don't know. I mean, it depends on a bunch of things. It's just so, I mean, it's so last minute. I know it's a good opportunity because your mom's away, but
Yeah.
I don't think it can happen this weekend. I know it's not your fault, but I mean, like if I was able to talk to you yesterday, I might have been able to plan things a little differently, and it's not a big deal.
That's okay.
It's no big deal. But I can't bring my dog. He's too high maintenance. I usually just put him in a kennel when I go away somewhere.
Okay.
But I mean, I want to. I mean, if anything changes, I can let you know. But
Okay. Well,
I
I won't make any plans yet. And if you find out in a couple hours if you can come, then let me know. And then if you can't, then I'll go ahead and make plans. Deal?
Yeah, don't
Well, I
like.
know it was my fault. Yesterday not really being able to get a hold of you, but
Don't worry about it.
No, it's cool. So I'll just my plans are in here anyhow. I mean, in Fairfield, so it's not like I have to make major decisions. I'll just go.
Yeah, you're fucking Fairfield. I know.
I know. I know. So if you can, that would be great. If you can't, I understand. Just let me know in a couple hours.
All right.
I'd love to see you. I really would.
I mean, I'd love to see you too, but I hope you understand. I hope you understand.
I do understand. I mean, yeah,
but
I'm disappointed, but I knew, when I saw your message, I was like, fuck. But it was and I was like, it was like, my mom texted me last minute, and she's like, one of the ladies' sister's husbands had a heart attack, so they had to go to the hospital. And they didn't want to bring the little kids because they're fucking monsters. And so I was like, yeah, I'll go help. And I didn't know it would be that long. And then it was just really crazy. And they run a lot and they shit a lot. So, and then when I saw it, my heart sank. I was like, oh my God. And I was like,
don't worry about that. But what I was saying was I was actually not even referring to that when I said, I hope you understand. What I was saying was, I hope you understand that, why I'm nervous about the whole thing, about meeting you and everything, and the whole thing about breaking the law. That is what I'm most concerned about.
I know.
And I don't want you to, I mean, I just want you to understand. I may know that you probably don't know much about it, but I mean, it's just something I've been reading about, and every time I read about it, it fucks with my brain and fucks with my mind even more. Is this worth it? Is it not that you're not worth it? It's it's the whole worth it. You know what I mean? So like, it's risk.
I get it. I know.
I'm glad you get it, because you have to get it in order to.
Yeah, I get it. I do. I don't have to like it, but I get it.
Right, of course. You don't have to like it, and I don't either. It's like, it sucks, but the people that take advantage of it, and that's why they have laws. So.
Yeah. Okay.
You sound so cute on the phone.
Thank you.
I mean, and I'm sure you're even cuter in person.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I hope you come. I wish there was a way. I mean, I just can't even think. If you came, I mean, if you're nervous about being here, we don't have to be here, and we could just go somewhere. I mean, I don't know. I would love to see you, and you're right, it's a good time. And I don't know when she'll go away again. I mean, sometimes it's just like overnight, so I don't know.
Yeah.
This was just like perfect, but I knew that, I just knew we hadn't really got a chance to talk, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I could, if I, I mean, technically, I could probably still come down and just leave my dog here and then just come back later tonight.
Okay.
I could do something like that.
Okay.
But so that's my possibility. I know it's like a lot of driving to not that long, but I don't know. Maybe we'll see.
Well, yeah, but maybe then, if you're here, then we can just, I don't know. Then at least you would know, and then go back and not have to worry.
I would know what?
That I'm me. And,
that you are who you are?
And that you aren't going to get, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how to, I mean, if I have a way to get, I don't know. I mean, I would feel really funny going out there for the first time. You know what I mean? I thought about that. I'm like, okay, he's worried. What if I went out there? But I would feel uncomfortable doing that for the first time. And that's why that's why I understood what you meant. Because I was like, well, I guess if I did it, I would feel uncomfortable too. And so then I try to understand your part more.
Yeah, but I mean, it's different. I mean, you're uncomfortable for different reasons.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm uncomfortable because it's like breaking the law. Like if I was to like have sex with you, which I know I could go out there and you don't have to have sex, but like if it happened, it's that's the part that I'm like afraid of and breaking the law and consequences are pretty harsh and I know I'll be attracted to you. And
I know because I'm already attracted to you, and I know.
So I mean, I know it's so fucking crazy to even talk about like getting married to avoid these issues, but
I know. I was like, is he fucking bullshitting me? I was like, no way. And I was like, I have to look this up because I never heard of that. But I knew a girl in my old school. Her sister was 15 and went to Las Vegas and got married because she was.
Yeah, I mean, people do that to like get like a like a simple marriage. You just go. It's cheap and you don't have to like pay a lot. So yeah, but I mean, you can get married anywhere, but it's just Vegas. I don't know. It's like kind of more romantic or kind of the thing to do. But
I'm like so not the most romantic person.
What?
I said I'm like totally not the most like romantic person. I like more fun. Like I know like hugging and kissing. I like all that, and I like the flowers. But I'm not one of those bitches that's gonna be like, oh, it's Friday. You didn't bring me flowers. I'm like, it's Friday. Bring me a cheeseburger.
Yeah. And that's fine. I mean, I like to be romantic sometimes, but I mean, it just depends. It depends, like, what you do. And I mean, me and you have some obstacles, and limitations. You live with far and you live with your mom. I mean, it's like crazy stuff, but, I just, I don't know. I mean, I don't do stuff like this. I don't, especially with like somebody like you. I mean, I personally, like, if you take age out of it, I think you're great, and you just, I love talking to you and everything. But yeah, the age thing, again, it's there, and, you know, it's the back of my head, you know, so not common and so not, it's frowned upon, you know. I mean, like, any of my friends knew that I was seeing a girl that's 14, well, 13, 14. I mean, they would fucking, like, look at me like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, that's crazy. You're, like, you know, flirting with, like, a death sentence, you know?
Yeah.
Because of, like, the, you know, breaking the law, but...
I understand.
Okay. I'm glad you do. I will, maybe we can talk later. I'll text you later and let you know for sure.
All right. Well, I hope so. And you can call or text me. If I don't pick up my phone, sometimes I'll be like walking around and I just put it down so I don't like freak out that I'm like ignoring you. I really, again, I'm so sorry about yesterday. You know, I do feel really.
No, don't worry.
Jason, I'll talk to you later on.
Okay, I'll talk to you soon.
Bye, Jeff.
Bye-bye.
Why is that like so hard to believe?
Why is it hard to believe?
Yeah, that could happen.
I can't say I've even ever heard of it. Actually,
If I wanted to like,
maybe in other countries it happens.
wanted to not break the law, that's what I would have to do.
You would marry her now. You're 44. She's 13.
Yeah, I haven't broken the law. I mean, so that's the thing. It's all like you're speculating what I was going to do based on conversations.
You're also drunk here. You didn't just like have chats at your back. I mean, I know you're doing the texting thing. Was there any, you know, younger girl kind of adolescent pornography either at your house or in your car or anything? Images, computer images, phone images.
I'm gonna look at my phone now. Oh yeah, she has.
Naked,
No.
not naked.
Never asked for anything naked.
Anybody our age would be doing something like this. I mean, you're looking at it as puzzled look like it's not a big deal.
No,
Yeah, I don't even know you, but I feel bad that you're not somehow comprehending it. It's like so wrong. It's not even, because that's just fucked up.
I'm not saying that it's okay. I never said that. I was saying
Well, what is
that
it?
my intentions were
What, pure?
my intentions were never to violate her, other than being in her presence. And that's something that, like, obviously it's like a back and forth that you guys would never know. Because you're not inside my head.
No, I know, but I'm going by the only way I know you is I'm going through the chat,
I know.
your actions today, what you said. Like, what am I supposed to go by? Something else? You know what I mean? Like, how can you judge me other than what we're talking about right now?
Yeah, like, I thought, like,
You don't know me either, right? So,
how do you, when you,
what? I have no idea what this is. Some kind of a
how do you,
video, I guess. How do I what?
so when you catch these, whatever you want to call them, sex, you know, you catch these people, meeting with minors.
Yeah. Like we go to you.
Right. So you know, you got me in the house and everything, and I just like I had no idea what was going on. You always do it like that?
Always? No, there's all kinds of ways that things like this come to light. There's times when something like this happens, and there's times when a parent calls because I just caught my 15-year-old daughter or whatever texting some guy who says he's 30, come to find out he's 44 or whatever, and you know, they want the guy arrested for statutory rape. And
see, I thought it was against the law to have sex, to actually have sex, and then like, let's say I had sex tonight, and then somebody found out that I was with her, and you know, they did some sort of.
Why would we want to wait until that happens?
I don't know. I mean,
it's kind of like saying, well, wait till the guy like robs the bank before you move in. No, if we have probable cause to believe that these guys are about to rob a bank, why am I putting the freaking tellers' lives and innocent people in jeopardy? Or in this case, the girl in the kitchen with a hat on. I'm going to let you grope her and feel her up and take your clothes off so that what? I have a stronger case?
Hey,
fuck that. You know what I mean? They ain't happening.
This is the problem with society.
What's the problem?
That law enforcement looks at, well, all kinds of people just think that men are pigs and all they want is sex.
I never said that.
That's what you're making out. That's what you're making it out to be. You're basically saying that it's not humanly possible for me to hang out with this girl and not have sex with her tonight.
I didn't say it's not humanly possible. It's certainly possible that you could have drove down here after you had this sexually kind of charged discussion, and maybe you're respectful, maybe you're like not some really aggressive guy, and she says, "Oh, I'm not feeling it tonight," and you're like, "Okay, I'm going to come back another time." But really, your intention was Cialis, a lot of this discussion, marriage contract to make it legal. Why would I wait till, how am I going to take this on? Do this for? I'm going to do this for months and months and months? Until one night, God forbid, you like actually attack this girl? And nobody's there to protect her?
I don't know. Well, that's
no, but you're making it sound like you talked about, a shared love of music or something else.
There's a certain boxing. We talked about all that stuff.
And you also talked about sex with a 12 or freaking 13-year-old girl. It's fucked up.
Sex is a part of life. People talk about sex.
I mean, honestly, it really is like what's your passcode?
4102.
It is a serious problem you have. Because you're still kind of acting like, we had a guy earlier today, he's in tears and shaking. Because he knows it's wrong. He feels like emotionally, mentally, kind of unstable, totally apologetic, similar situation. And, but at least I felt like he was kind of owning up for his intention. Maybe not necessarily today.
Listen,
you're acting like you're still trying to turn me to say, no, we're just going to hang out. What's the big deal?
Right, because that was my true intention. So I can't. What else am I supposed to say?
With the Cialis.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, cool. Yeah.
I know it's hard to believe.
With the sex chat. With a long drive. It's not like you said, hey, listen, I'm dressing up really nice. I'm going to take you out for something to eat. That's cool. Which is still bad, and I still wouldn't really believe you. But hey, look, you come in with a pizza, you want to hang out home. Parents aren't home. Make sure of that.
Well,
and the first thing you do, you want to give a girl a hug.
Let me in if the parents are home. They don't hang out with her. Parents are home.
But you
that's
said
why I wouldn't come. I mean,
of course
it wouldn't happen. They don't let me in.
Right. Why?
You know why.
Yeah, we both know why. I just want you to know why.
And I'm well aware of it. I'm well aware that it looks bad.
It looks bad, and it is bad. It's not just like, hey, we're jumping to conclusions here. This guy's a great SAT prep guy. He's working with this girl for the.
I wanted to see what she was all about. I honestly was not planning on having sex with her.
That is fucked up.
Oh.
You want to see what a 13-year-old girl is all about. You still don't see that as like being an issue.
I can see how it is an issue for most people with a smartphone.
Most people might say, at our age, hey, the girl's like 26, 28, whatever. A little on the younger side for us, but hey, I want to hang out and see what she's all about. She's 12 or 13. 17-year-old boys aren't even interested in her. You with me?
I know condoms. I wasn't planning on having sex.
But you had Cialis.
I always have Cialis.
Okay, well maybe you do. Maybe you travel with it all the time. But you put these things together. It's not like we're making a big leap here. You know what I mean? but you're still shaking your head with your arms are crossed, and you're kind of wondering, like, "What? This is crazy. I just wanted to hang out with her."
Because that's the truth.
Even if that was the truth, which I don't believe.
I'm not lying.
It's you spent a lot of time chatting with this girl. Obviously, you have a computer home, I imagine. You have you go to different chat rooms and talk to different people. If we looked at some of those things, will we find other younger girls that you're speaking to? Is it like a common denominator?
No, I don't think you would find a common denominator.
I'm talking about like age of a female. That's my common denominator.
No.
So,
No. Even
what's the youngest girl other than this gal that you've spoken to or chatted with recently or in the last couple of months? Or
you focus on age, and you have to be focused on age here, but they're all ages, 21 and up. I mean, I've never had.
Why not like 18 or 17 or 16?
I was not looking for that. This just happened. And then
how did this jump out at you?
How did it happen?
How did it jump out at you? Like, why would you be so taken with, thank you. Really got this.
Thanks.
Wonderful.
Like I said,
what was so special about her?
Like I said, it was just she was somebody that I thought I was able to relate to and would have a conversation with. Not everybody that age you can do that with.
What can you tell me about her?
Well, I'm sure everything I tell you about her is probably not true because.
No, granted, but what do you know of her? That maybe, if I heard, I might be like, wow, she must be kind of special.
Well, she seemed smart, and she seemed like, mature, and, it made me talk about hockey. She said she was a big hockey fan, and so am I. And, I don't know, she just seemed chill and like to hang out and stuff. I don't know.
That's all you can tell me? You can't tell me when she went to a certain, middle school, high school. She was going into high school. She had an ex-boyfriend. She had sex with him once or twice. Single mother, parents are in the house, siblings. You can't tell me anything like that?
Well, yeah, no, she said she lives with her mom, yeah.
What's her mother do? Where's her mother supposed to be today?
Yeah, she said her mom was away.
Where? Is she possibly coming home early? No? Yes? Maybe?
I have no idea when she's coming home.
You didn't ask where she was going?
No, I think she's like away somewhere in business, so somewhere far.
You didn't inquire where, though? If I was going to be careful to the point I'm going to research
Dallas
and know where,
how
much trouble I may or may not be in if things, as you said, like either got out of hand or you had relations, I would assume you'd know where the freaking mother was so that you don't want her walking in on you, right?
She said she was in Dallas.
Okay. Now what's her mother do? Do you know what she does for work?
She said she was in financial services.
Anything else about the girl that you were chatting with? Her home life, or school, or friends, or?
No, I mean, she said she just moved to Connecticut.
Where'd she move from?
California, she said.
You know where?
LA.
You ever talk about having her come to meet you somehow? Or was it always this way where you thought maybe I'll come see you?
Yeah. Talked about it.
Did you ever plan on meeting her on previous occasions, maybe outside of the mother's purview, like maybe at a coffee shop or store or something?
Not that I recall. No. I guess, when she said her mom's going away, that was like an opportunity to meet her. To hang out and meet her at her house.
Cool. Do you have any hobbies?
I do.
Such as?
Play tennis. Fitness. Like to work out. I'm addicted to football.
do any coaching or anything like that? Do you volunteer any respect, teach tennis?
No, I just
tennis to kids?
I don't.
No.
Play Friday nights.
Have you hooked up with any younger girls recently?
No.
18, 20, whatever?
No.
Ever? The last 10 years?
No. You can check it out. You won't see anything.
Check what out? What am I going to check out?
I don't know. You guys can probably check out anything you want. Not gonna lie.
Okay. So you have, what do you have at your home? You have computers, I imagine, or one or more than one for work or personal?
Work computer and personal.
What type of sites have you been on? You went on, I guess, this one where you met her?
Yeah, I mean, I use that site sometimes on the board. Another site, Moco Space.
What was that, the password again? You said 4102?
Yeah.
What's she in here as, by the way? For like messages.
Bailey.
Bailey. So I'll just go back today. I'll just look at this. It'll probably make it easier on me. How long have you been planning to see her today? I mean, before today, was this like in the works for a couple of days? Or?
Actually, just made a decision today. If you look at the text messages, it was talked about, but I hadn't committed really. So obviously, I had apprehension about the whole thing.
So you did more research today, just found it out you'd have to get a written consent by her mom to get married under 18. Fuck. That guy's in frustration, right? I have some ideas on this, can talk later. Okay, still want to see you. Want to see me? Fuck yes, I'll be around 9. I'll pick up pizza. Your address. You got booze. I'm missing like that. Can we drink it? It's 13, right? Dude, listen, no bullshit. And I'm probably doing you a favor. You probably had a major league issue with this for a long time. And I don't know that you were going to rape her tonight. But you certainly were preying on her, right? She's 13, she's 14 years old. Are you going to drive down from Boston? You want to drink with her? You got a Cialis in your pocket. You may have one in your system. And you want to bang the chick, right?
I wasn't planning on that tonight.
You weren't going to?
Nope.
So even if she wanted it, you're drinking, you feel good. You got to be horny, right? You haven't had a girlfriend in a little while?
I was not going to do it.
Why?
Because I was too scared.
Of what?
Consequences. You can see I said it a lot in our messages on Skype.
So you're going to drink with a 13-year-old girl while her mother's in fucking Dallas, Texas, or wherever you said before, and you're worried about consequences? Like, seriously.
Yep. I'm serious.
We're adult men, dude. Talk to me. You can't be serious.
See, then you're bringing that up again. You're basically insinuating that.
No, because I'm not 22 and you're not 50 and I'm not 50 and you're not 20. Like, I'm 47, so like we're in the same realm here.
Yep, I understand.
And you're going to drink with this girl who you know is how many years under the age of, being able to consume alcohol? 7, 8, depending on what age you're talking about. And you have Cialis and the whole texting stuff going on. It's like, I mean, seriously, just own up to what you did. You're trying to still kind of keep it over here, and it's not there. You're not doing yourself any favors the more you act like that. I mean, if you want to get past this and get well and not be in this position someday, probably in another police department or worse, if somebody ever walked in on you, or you hurt some girl, who, again, is 12, 13 years old. Just look at yourself in the mirror and, like, think about what you're talking about.
Listen, I know.
You can cross your arms and hide all you want.
No,
you know what?
I know.
You weren't going to touch her.
No, I know that it looks bad.
It is bad.
It is bad.
It's not bad. It doesn't look bad. It's horrible.
Yeah, the whole thing is bad. But my intentions were not to have sex.
So you're going to drink with this girl. Like, how much alcohol could she have drank in her life? So she's going to act how? Probably like a basket case.
Let's take a lie detector test.
That's going to prove what to me?
I don't know.
If you're a fucking sociopath,
let's go to court.
Admissible in court?
I don't know. Let's go to court. I mean, I would swear in court that I wasn't planning on having sex with her.
You weren't planning on having sex with her.
Right.
Maybe you didn't plan on having sex with her, but it would have happened if...
I disagree. I honestly disagree.
Why?
Why?
Yeah. Again, let's go back to this whole thing, remember?
Just hang out, companion, a friend. Seem cool. I don't think there's anything wrong with like hanging out with somebody because you think they're cool.
You want to? How could she be cool? No offense to any girl that is that age.
Well,
she's cool to you.
I talked to her enough. Yeah. To figure that out. I'm not denying that it doesn't look bad. I'm not saying it's not
terrible. It is terrible.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible if I had sex with her. I agree.
It's terrible that you're willing to drink and put yourself in that position and come down here probably for the intention of doing that.
Right, and I can't control myself. You don't think I can control myself? Have a drink and have some pizza, and you don't think I can control myself and not have sex with her?
I don't know you at all. I would say you probably can't control yourself since you got in the car on a Saturday night and drove all this way to meet this girl you've never met, you chatted with about sex and pics and yada, 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 and getting married, and getting her mother's consent so you can have sex with her, so it would be legal to try to, circumvent the law. You think that's normal?
No, it's not, and I even told her that.
And you always light up like you're proud of that fact. It's disturbing.
I'm not proud of it. I'm acting this way for several reasons. One, because I'm probably too much shocked to realize this is even happening. I feel like that I'm dreaming right now. I'm not even sure this is real. And two, I know what my intentions were. And
you could say that, and maybe some of what you're saying is accurate and true. I don't know, but.
Because I wrote on Skype, I wrote all these messages stating that I don't want to have sex. I don't want to have sex if it's going to be against the law. How can you not interpret that as me trying to obey, not trying to obey the law? How can you interpret that?
How can I interpret it that you're not? The girl is 13 years old.
You keep going back to that.
You're trying to. I'll be blunt. You want to be able to bang her, and the only way you think you're able to bang her and have sex with her is by getting her mother to sign a marriage application or certificate. That's the only reason. You don't even care about the mother. In fact, the only reason you're at the house is because the mother is 1,500 miles away.
Right, and I realized that would have been virtually impossible.
As it should be.
Right.
But God forbid it happened all the time. Where would our society be, right? All these creepy older guys would be going after these, middle school girls?
I don't look at it.
Fucking 6th or 7th grade, and that's who you're attracted to? And she's like, you said she's mature, and she's got, she's really smart, and she's really...
I don't look at it as going after her. I mean...
Well, you can drive, and she can't, so she's not coming after you.
Well, but she's pursuing me, too. Online and
with this little adolescent brain and intellect of hers, right? And you're a guy that's my age basically, and you've been through college and you've worked for 20 years and you've been married and divorced, and this girl's like what should have been maybe a product of your marriage, like a young girl, 12 years old, 13 years old, and you're gonna.
I'm sorry. Yes, it looks awful.
Just say it is awful. Because stop saying it looks awful. It is awful. It's kind of pissing me off, actually. It doesn't just look awful.
No, well,
if I walked in the library and you were leaning over my daughter's shoulder talking to her, come to find out you're teaching her something about computers and it looks awful, but maybe it's not awful. Maybe I overreacted initially. This is fucking awful and disgusting, actually. Period. You're a dad, reverse it, and I'm you probably want to strangle me, right?
Most likely.
I want to bang your daughter.
Most likely.
Hello? Yeah, you would. You'd probably be over the table, like, trying to kill me right now. Not most likely either. Like, absolutely. You have a serious problem. And until you, like, admit it, you're not going anywhere. You're not going to get better. This stuff's not going to go away. I don't know when it started.
Really? You don't think this is enough for me to realize that?
I don't think you can help it because you keep on going like this and saying, well, you don't know what my intentions were until you, like, admit the truth of what your actual intention was. You wanted to have sex with a fucking 13-year-old girl. That's why the contract, that's why the mother comment about the signed contract, all those things is the only reason. Doesn't make a difference if it's tonight or tomorrow.
I'm being honest with you on this. I wasn't planning on having sex with her tonight.
You weren't planning on having sex with her tonight. How many times have girls said that about a date with a guy? I wasn't planning on having sex with a guy, and oh my God, he was so handsome, and it was really nice, and you weren't planning on it. I wasn't planning on, like, stubbing my toe, but I did.
What I'm saying.
No, because you're not being genuine. Like, be truthful. Just say, if you said, I was not going to, there was no way in hell. I was dropping the pizza, having a slice, and saying, man, I'm on my way to New York.
That's what I've been saying all along, is that...
You wait till the mother's not home, you get to see all this, and you talk about alcohol with a girl who's 13? That's a great idea. Let's drink with a 13-year-old.
When we're going to have sex.
Even if she starts freaking out and dropping all her clothes, you want no part of it. I believe that one. I don't, by the way.
Of course you don't. I know you don't.
Seriously, dude, come on.
I know it's hard to believe, because, most guys, all they think about is sex, and that's all they want is sex. Yes, we talked about sex, but I'm not going to have sex with her and break the law.
Okay.
And that's obvious from my text messages.
You're still caught up on this. You're looking for an angle so that you wouldn't have to break the law, correct? You're not, like, not doing the deed. You want to somehow circumvent it so that it would somehow be legal or okay in your mind.
Yeah, okay with everybody,
right? But that was your intention. It wasn't like you, I gotta wait till she's 16, 17. I'm not touching this poor thing because she's only 13 years old. That wasn't your motivation. It was like, I want to bang her. I gotta get her mother to sign her over.
To be honest, I had nothing to do tonight. I really just wanted to, like, meet her and then figure out some, later what I was gonna do. As far as, all that other stuff.
All right.
I mean, you're painting me to be an evil person that doesn't care about anyone's, well-being, and I'm admitting to you that it's wrong. If anybody who hears a story like this is going to think I'm doing something wrong.
Even you thought so.
If they don't know all the facts.
Well, you thought so too because you researched the law, right?
Yes, I was like researching stuff for things that I wanted to know. If I did this, what would happen? If I did that, what would happen? Doesn't mean I was going to do it. I just wanted to know what
would the ramifications be if you served her alcohol?
What are the rules?
And she got hammered at home with you. Is that cool? Did you circumvent that?
Yeah, I wasn't going to let her get hammered.
You're just going to have a little vodka?
Yeah.
Yeah?
A drink.
Who are you in her life to even say that's okay?
Well, no, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna be forcefully take the bottle away from her. I would just to say, let's have one drink, have a drink, people, they have a drink. They hang out and have a drink. It's pretty normal.
She's 13.
She's probably had many drinks.
She's 13.
She said she has.
Do you see a psychiatrist or anybody?
Yeah.
You do it for what?
OCD, depression.
What do you take?
How's that?
Does it help?
I'm not sure.
What's your OCD? What do you fixate on?
I honestly don't want to get into it.
Because that's probably what we're talking about?
No, I mean, it's personal.
So what?
I just don't talk about it with everyone. It's difficult. So, I mean, I went to an OCD convention last month. I'm, trying to work on my issues. And it's tough. I
feel for you. It's probably horrible.
I go through it every day, and it's tough. And sometimes, I want to do things to distract myself, and so I don't have to go through it because, the OCD happens a lot when I'm by myself. It happens much less when I'm with people. So, especially if I'm having fun, and I thought that tonight would have a fun night, and I don't have to deal with my OCD or depression or whatever.
Do you fixate on either porn or girls or younger girls? Is that ever the focus of your? No.
No.
You sure? You're kind of closing your eyes and shaking your head as if
I'm
it is.
tired. Yeah, it's never happened.
Okay.
I've never pursued a girl that age.
Is there anything on your phone that might, show us any other younger females that maybe you communicate with, whether it's texting or calling or anything else? No.
No, I mean when you say young females, yes. I mean I talk to females.
But what's a younger female other than Bailey? Who's Kim D?
She's 42.
Maria Chesley?
Ex-girlfriend.
The 617 number here. Who's this?
Client.
315 is Brian. I know.
Oh, he's my psychiatrist.
Kristen?
Friend.
How old?
My age.
917?
I have to see if there's no.
You said your DM wasn't set. I looked into the case. It was closed.
Oh, it's appointment set.
Related to work.
Yeah.
Mom, Dad, Fritz.
Yeah, it's a guy. Friend of mine.
Marty.
Ex-girlfriend.
Older.
My age.
Chanel.
Oh, that was a chick that I met in Vegas.
How old is she?
She's probably in her 20s.
So if you had your druthers, would you typically go for a girl that's...
Age isn't the primary.
No, but you tend to be attracted to maybe girls that are more like teen-like or teeny boppers.
No, that's not true.
No, I'm just asking. I don't know.
It's not true though, because
Maybe you're not. Maybe you are.
it's not. I mean, I'm seeing last couple of girls that I've dated. Actually, the last 3 have been my age.
Were you happy with them? Or were you not satisfied because you're looking for something else, like a younger type
I was happy.
girl?
I was happy. But they just, for whatever reason, didn't work out. I mean,
There was no sexual issue with them. Everything was cool. They were attractive, whatever, to you.
correct.
Okay. Do you have any questions for me?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What did you arrest me on? Like what?
Well, since nothing really happened, it's criminal attempt.
Right, so that's what I'm.
And I think you signed the form downstairs. You should have seen the charges, but it's criminal attempt at sexual assault first degree.
Signed what form?
The yellow, we call them the UAR forms. There's 4 sheets.
Yeah, you said that I was just signing that.
But they have your charges on there on the bottom. You didn't see your charges?
No, I thought it was just signing. I just thought it was just signing that I gave him fingerprints.
Okay, well that's not exactly the case. You're arrested. They're felonies. It's criminal attempt to commit sexual assault first degree.
I would never agree to that.
Well, it doesn't matter if you agree. You don't have to agree. That's what we're charging you with.
All right, but I'm saying like I would never sign.
You're not signing that you're guilty. You're signing that the information on the sheet is accurate.
And that you charge me. That's what I'm saying.
Well, yeah, but it doesn't matter. If you didn't sign it, would it change anything? No. It doesn't mean like, oh, he doesn't admit to this.
Okay, so what were the charges again?
Criminal attempt to commit sexual assault first degree, because you obviously didn't actually engage in that, but we believe that was your intention. Enticing a minor and risk of injury to a minor. You're shaking your head.
Yeah.
But like honestly, there's a mirror in front of you, but there's a reflection. Like if you really look at yourself and think about what occurred, I think you're probably a very bright guy. I imagine you might be. But you're still in this weird funk of like denial, like, it's not what you think, I wasn't gonna do that. Like truly look at yourself and be like, I fucked up bad. I
fucked up.
No, there's people that maybe get caught in the wrong place at the wrong time, whatever.
No, I fucked up by coming down.
No, you fucked up by contacting a 12-year-old girl, dude. 13-year-old girl.
I never.
Coming here was just like one arm of the whole thing, one little tentacle. If you're texting a girl who's 13 about getting laid with her, getting her mother to sign a marriage certificate, and I'm being redundant, drinking alcohol that her mother has a bottle of vodka, those are the fucked up. The whole point of you even communicating with the girl is fucked up. Never mind the rest of it. It's not just coming here. You know what I mean? That's just the end result, the finality part of it, I guess to say. But the fact that you even communicated with her. If I was talking to a girl that I ever found out she was at my age, like less than 20 years old, I'd be like, honey, good luck in your search and your chase, whatever. But it ain't happening with me. You know what I mean? And you're talking to a girl you know or think is 13 years old. That's a problem. So until you actually like admit that to yourself and be like, either it's the OCD that got the best of you, maybe you're depressed, maybe you just needed to hang out, you're lonely. There's all kinds of reasons. We all have excuses for all kinds of behavior. I could make up stuff too. Maybe some of it's true, but it doesn't excuse, again, talking to a child and trying to have sex with her.
And when you say that, I honestly, I don't think it's fair to say that.
You put it in your words how tonight should be looked at by.
I understand that how everybody here would think that. I understand that.
You would think it too. What do you do exactly? You're an insurance
I
company.
would think that.
You would know it. You would do a report on it and be like, this fucking guy is trying to bang this chick, like tonight. You didn't come down 3 days ago when the mother was home. You didn't come down during broad daylight. You came down on a Saturday night, booze, Cialis, yada, yada, yada. I didn't search your car, but, there's something else in your car. A lot of guys bring condoms and different things and stuff like this. I don't know if you had those. No, this is like horrible. This is like awful.
You have a view. You think it's awful. I think it's bad, but my intentions were good. My intentions were never to have sex with her.
Never?
My intentions were not to have sex with her.
When?
Unless
you said it before.
Unless it was perfectly
Maybe
legal.
not tonight.
Unless it was perfectly legal. We'll never risk that.
Okay. So regardless of the fact that she's that age, if there was some weird loophole in some, older law that we could get some relative to sign something to do something, okay, now it's legal. She's still fucking 13 years old, dude.
If we fell in love with each other,
are you really at that level with this chick? This kind of.
I said if.
Aren't you jumping way ahead?
Yeah, I always think that way.
You want to get her drunk tonight, basically. You did. Come on, look at your phone. Right?
Well, yeah, it says that, but.
I didn't say it.
Doesn't mean we weren't going to just have one drink. So again, you're assuming all this stuff.
13!
You're assuming
she's drinking vodka. You didn't say, you could have a little sip. And who are you in her life anyways to even talk about that? Come on. I don't want to go round and round with you. It's getting late. It's kind of frustrating. I was hoping you'd come around to decide that is kind of, right, and maybe when you looked at what you did tonight, you'd be like, holy fuck,
Can I just say something? Of course, I'm not an idiot. I understand.
I don't think you are either.
I understand.
That's why I'm surprised that you're kind of stoic, no, my intentions were pure.
Well, I'm just being honest, but listen, I understand. I understand that there's a lot of wrong. There's a lot of wrong here. I understand that.
Totally.
And
you are the adult in the equation. It's not like you're, 15 and she's 12 and you should know better. You're 44.
Listen, like I said, Detective, I know this is wrong. I know that it looks awful.
Yeah.
And if I was to walk out of here right now, I've learned a nasty lesson, and that never to even go near this again, because it's not worth it, no matter what the intentions are. That's what I've learned. I mean, I'm scared shitless right now. I'm not showing it, maybe. It's just my personality. A lot of people think some people think I'm cocky, some people think I'm confident, but whatever. I mean, a lot of times I'm not. That's my personality. I know I have weaknesses. Yes, I'm lonely. I mean, I've had trouble with, meeting people, just, so, yeah, I go online and I talk to people. It's something to do, a lot of people do it. I've talked to other people about that.
So what?
But why they talk to random people? Because I want to know what other people what are they?
Nobody has an issue with you're all consenting adults. If you're talking to random people, by all means, do it.
She was the only one that happened to be, yeah. But all
happened to be what?
Young.
Young? Yeah, 13.
Yes, too young. I shouldn't be talking to her.
17 or 16.
I get it. I shouldn't be talking to her.
You're just not digesting that whole part of it. It's how wrong that is. You're just still kind of you're lonely. So yeah, everybody's got a song and a dance and say, you have OCD and I'm lonely, I'm depressed, and okay, fine, but she's 13. You can be your, if you are, no offense, lonely and depressed self at 44 and try to cope with that as an adult person in society, right? Medication and other avenues, and you got probably insurance and a good job, and you're going to prey on a 13-year-old girl?
Well, I know.
And give her alcohol to fuck her? To make yourself feel better on a Saturday night? Seriously, that's what happened. I just about guarantee it. So, you say what you want. I don't want to argue with you. No offense.
I don't want to argue with you.
You believe what you believe, supposedly. I'm not sure if you even do. And I kind of know what I know, and that's it. But your charges, I told you about your charges. I'll show them to you downstairs. And if they didn't talk to you about bond yet, maybe they didn't. We'll talk about bond with the lieutenant, and that's kind of it for this moment. But do you have any questions for me? Get rid just kind of going around and around, you know, it's a little frustrating.
Yeah. I'm sorry it's frustrating for you.
Well, it'd be less frustrating, and I'd feel better about you in the whole situation if you were like, oh my God, did I fuck up or what? Like, that was horrible. I probably did want to get laid. Sometimes, whether it's the OCD or depression or both get the best of me, I was focused on her, nobody else is in my, whatever, I don't put words in your mouth, but like something like that. But do you see how fucked up this is, you know, Jeff? Oh my God, I do, and I gotta get help, but you're still acting like your intentions were pure and you really aren't gonna do anything so bad. That's just not true. I'd give you the benefit of the doubt if I thought there was a benefit, there was a doubt, but there isn't. At the end of the day, nobody got hurt because we stepped in. I don't know that this has never happened before, where you were successful in your conquest or whatever you want to call it, but at least today, like, we were able to step in. You didn't get hurt. She didn't get hurt because she, you know, we were there. But if we weren't, a 12 or 13-year-old girl would probably be cocked right now, and you'd be, as an adult man, doing kind of whatever you wanted to her with her. And her mother's not home till whatever, tomorrow or the next day.
I mean, if you see in the notes, I wasn't planning on staying over. I told her that. I told her I had to go home because I have a dog, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I wish I had more text about that stuff, but I mean, this is not stuff that you.
There's probably a lot of innocent texts. I'm sure there are. Like, most of us, we have got, like, stupid, you know, just kind of random little thoughts and things. But when you're talking again with this younger girl about, you know, having sex with her, and it's just, I don't know, you try to defend what your intentions were, because I just don't think they were.
You're a detective.
Yeah.
Why would I tell her all of the ramifications? I could go to jail, blah, 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 all this stuff about being with a minor. Why would I go through all that telling her that if I didn't, like, actually care about it? I do care about it.
You care about getting caught. You don't want to get caught.
No, I care about it because I don't even know if I can trust her. You know?
Right, so you're warning her to not tell anybody.
Well, even saying that doesn't mean anything. I mean,
well, otherwise you wouldn't say it, right?
No, but like, it doesn't, really, in the end, it doesn't mean anything if you don't know somebody. You know?
True, I mean, she could be blurting out to everybody on Facebook, but you were telling her for self-interest to kind of protect your own ass. Because you knew it's wrong, and she may or may not know it's wrong, but you're telling her it's wrong, and you can get in a lot of trouble, so you're kind of warning her, like, keep it quiet, and... Yeah,
but I also know, detective, that this type of thing, if I was to go through with this, like you think I was going to do, I also know that just because she says that she's not going to tell anyone, I can't take her at her word, and that's why I wasn't going to have sex with her. I wanted to meet her, and that's it.
Alright, no offense, I really don't, but if you drank some vodka and you limited her to her intake, or supposedly, and she got a little bit drunk, and her mother got upset tomorrow because half the bottle of vodka's gone, and she rats you out, or the mother goes to the phone and finds out that you were over, you're okay with that? That's okay? No. Getting a 13-year-old drunk on a Saturday night?
No.
And you know what the second allegation would be, right? No. The mother's would be like, this weird guy from Boston came down and fucked my daughter, and I want to do a rape kit, and I want to arrest it. And
right, what's bad?
The daughter's going to say, no, we didn't have sex, and you're going to say, no, I don't know what you're talking about, we have to do this whole thing. In reality, maybe you did have sex. And we think, I wouldn't be charging you if I didn't think that that was your intention, just so you know.
So you can charge me based on...
You've already been charged. Yeah, those 3 charges. Criminal attempt. Because if we weren't in these positions in that house, and you actually had that girl, like that real girl, and you came down to meet her, yeah, we believe that that was your intention. Yes. To have sex with her. Not to kiss her and give her a hug, but to have sex with her.
Okay.
You wouldn't be here otherwise.
All right.
That's our intention.
I understand.
I mean, that's our position. So, anyways, I don't want to, again, go with
Right, and I don't want you to think that that I'm just not taking this seriously.
I think you're taking it serious. I just don't think you're being honest with yourself. No, you're not unique in that. A lot of people try to.
I'm admitting, yes. I mean, I agree to all that. We talked about having sex, and we talked about.
Are you a virgin? Like, why do you give a fuck if this girl's a virgin if you're not gonna have sex with her? Which, again, we've already gone around and around. Like, I know what I believe I know what your intentions were. But it's like, you can ask the 13-year-old girl that. You slept with one guy more than once, a couple times. I'm surprised. I'm not doing that. Most girls at your age are virgins, so I'm impressed.
Who would do it?
What?
Who would do it? Okay. I mean, I know I shouldn't have been talking to her, and I regret that. And
that makes me feel a little better. Initially,
Been...
you're like, I shouldn't have come down here. No, you fucked up when you started talking to her.
Yes.
That's wrong.
You're right. I shouldn't be talking to her. I shouldn't.
And then it only got worse from there.
I shouldn't be tempted like that, to come down. And yes, then, I know you're saying that one thing leads to another, and sex can happen, but I'm being honest. And I'm being honest when I say I was not going to have sex with her. I was not going to risk going to jail.
Not today, right? Supposedly, maybe not today.
I wasn't making that decision right now.
Who was it?
Me. I wasn't going to make that decision. I was just want to meet her and see if I even liked her, or she liked me. I mean, that's really.
What if you hit it off and you have a glass of vodka or whatever, orange juice and vodka or something? She's cute, and you're like, you have the house to yourself, and you got a Cialis burner a hole in your pocket.
I'm telling you, I went in with the mindset that I wasn't going to have sex with her.
Yeah, that's great.
That's the mindset, because I don't want to fuck with jail.
I've gone to places with a good mindset, and the shit goes upside down within a minute, right?
Yeah, because a lot of people don't care about circumstances.
I know you did, and you researched it and everything.
Right, I care about it. I don't want to go to jail. So I mean, why risk it? Why risk my whole life? I didn't think going down to meet her and just like see if I liked her was going to be an issue, because I had no bad intentions.
No, it's open for debate.
I know it's open for debate. It looks bad. Yeah, it looks bad. I agree.
All right, listen, we've probably beat this dead horse.
I know we have.
Going around and around, but
listen, I understand.
I'm glad you talked to me. Listen, I appreciate it.
I understand why you think. I get it. I get why you think my intentions were different. I get it.
Because you think it too.
No, I get it.
Yeah, as you should, as everybody should. Period. No big deal. I don't even know you. You're probably like a decent human being somewhere in there, and made really bad choices.
Why would I lie to you though? Why would I lie to you?
Because you can't face the truth. That's the reality. I mean, it could be a combination of the OCD stuff.
Do you think if I walk out of here right now, that I would do this again? After all of this?
Today?
No, never. Yeah, if I walked out right now, do you think I would do this again ever again?
Right away?
And whenever in my life?
Probably not right away. Do I think you'd do it eventually if you didn't seek some type of help for it?
Really?
Yeah, I do. I don't know one guy. I know maybe guys I know do it, and I'm unaware of it, but I don't know anybody in my personal life or professional life, even in their 20s, that would talk to a 12 or 13-year-old girl about anything other than coaching soccer because their daughter plays on the team. Nothing sexual. There's no texting. There's nothing creepy.
I'm just asking you what you think of me. Like, do you think that I could control myself and not do this? And do you think I've learned a lesson?
You just told me you have OCD so bad you went to a convention. You apparently can't control yourself at certain times, right? Yeah, no offense.
Yeah, but OCD is unrelated.
Whatever. Maybe it is. I'm not a doctor. Maybe it's not. Maybe there's other issues.
It's unrelated. I can control myself.
The medication. Well, could you control yourself with this?
Well, I can control myself. My actions. I can control my actions.
You drove down when the mother's going and you want to get her drunk.
So do you think that I would do this again? After all of this? After like all this?
I'm going to say I hope not, because I don't want to argue with you.
You don't think I could, you insulted me.
If you would do this.
You're insulting me.
If you would do this up until, this is tonight. This isn't like 6 months ago, right? This is like right now, tonight. Do I think you would do it if for some reason you got out of this and there was some kind of weird, hey, Jeff, you're all set. Don't worry about court. No problem. Those charges are dropped. See you later. Do I think you would do it again? Yeah, I do. I'd probably just about bet my life and career on it, actually. Because I don't think anybody would do that. And then, do I think it's the first time he did it? No, I don't.
Okay.
Because that's just, if it is the first time, it's almost more bizarre than if it's not. Because if it's the first time, what the fuck drove you to do that? Or I would understand it more if you said, yeah, I always kind of like the younger teenage girls, and this girl's a little younger than most, but, you know what I mean? But you're actually acting like, well, no, she was pretty cool, I want to hang out. I'm like, that's just, to me, it's, I can't wrap my head around it. Again, knowing girls of that age, I know what they look like and act like, other than texting, like, stuff like, hey, there's a game tomorrow, make sure everybody's there or something, that ain't happening. You know what I mean? I'm not asking for, you're a virgin or whatever. All the other stuff we've already covered. So until you recognize that and, like, kind of accept it,
doesn't mean anything.
And there's the guy that's looking at you right there in the little reflection, then you're never gonna get well either.
You can't take me at my word when I say
I don't know yet.
I've learned.
Oh, I'm sure you learned. It probably sucks. Yeah, I'm sure that in that respect. Yeah.
I wouldn't want to go near this situation.
You wouldn't want to. Do I think you can control it?
Really? You don't think I could? Really?
No, because why would you do it if you could control it? As soon as you found out she was 12 or 13, whatever is in dispute here, you should have been like, peace, I'm out of here, good luck with the teenage boys, or whatever. Instead, you continue this whole thing for weeks.
No, it's wrong to do
and
that.
Drive from a major metropolitan area where there's probably, to be crude, all kinds of women, let's just say, and you're coming down to Fairfield, Connecticut to meet this 13-year-old.
It's hard to meet women where I am, but anyway, so that's another story.
You get my point.
I know your point.
There's millions of people in the Boston area, people that are transient and regular,
if I really
permanent people.
If I really wanted to prey on 13-year-old girls, why wouldn't I just do it up in Boston?
Maybe you do. I don't know.
I see.
I don't know, right? You don't know me, I don't know you. So I'm assuming that, you know, this is the first time possibly, but do I know that? No, I don't know that.
So my question is, can you tell me the bond, what bond is?
I actually don't know, but when I walk you downstairs, I'll find out.
Okay. What's going to happen?
Well, there's going to be a bond, and either you're able to post the bond, at which point you would usually get a bondsman and get out and have a future court date. I didn't see what they gave you for a court date. If you can't post the bond, today's Saturday night, we keep you till Monday morning, and we bring you over to the court in Bridgeport, at which point you'd be arraigned, and they either, continue or keep the bond at that level, or they would drop it down, or maybe in the meantime you made arrangements to post the bond. Does that make sense? So if you can't post the bond, you're going to be in our custody from today until Monday morning, and you could actually remain in custody, even though you go to court that day, depending on the bond. But if the bond is doable for you, you would get out and return to court, like say in 2 weeks, to go to your first court date.
Which would be
that would be like that would be down here in Bridgeport next to Fairfield, and that would be like your first court date of probably several regarding this. I'm not trying to beat you up. It was a horrible decision. I hope it was the first time you ever did this.
It was the first time. Yes, it was a horrible decision.
But it's.
I guess it just hasn't.
It's terrible.
Hasn't like.
And you'll get it at some point.
No, I
don't know you, but
I know.
You'll be like, holy fuck, what did I do?
I have already, as soon as that guy walked in, I said that in my head. But yeah, I don't know how the bond thing works. So.
I'll find out what it is when I bring you downstairs, and just you can make a phone call at some point and see if you could raise it. If you just want to sit quiet for tonight, we put you in a cell with a blanket. You go to bed. We give you breakfast in the morning. We keep you tomorrow Sunday. We keep you all day till Monday morning. We bring you to court. Make sense?
Yeah, I'm just worried about my dog at home, so to figure out what to do with that. So it's planning on going home tonight.
Well, I mean, depending on what the bond is, but
if I can't, I mean, I don't know. We'll see what it is, I guess.
Usually, have you ever been arrested or in any trouble?